Hello again, adventurer. It is good to be with you, and I hope you are busy practicing for the Whistling Choir Deathmatch Championship. Otherwise, you might die because your whistling sucks. But you can take a break from whistling practice for now so that we can practice meditating together. Specifically, so we can practice meditating around a sense of care in our lives. Sometimes the people who care about us advise us to do things that make us act like a psycho and get kicked out of the candy kingdom. I suppose that's one of the situational hazards of having friends. They can be prone to giving bad advice. Their sense of care can be misplaced. And if you don't have an anchored sense of your own self, then you're gonna maybe find yourself donning the loot suit and romancing it up all day when you really just want to go to the movies. In Finn's case, an extra layer of complexity seems to be an inability to understand social norms as well as gender roles. So when Jake tells him that you have to bring somebody you can smooch to couples night, even though he doesn't want to, Finn believes him. And social norms are deeply powerful, even though they are mostly unspoken and implicit. It's like the rules. As an autistic, trans femme person myself, I can really relate to Finn's genuine confusion at why he can't just go to the movies, and why doing so should require him to woo Princess Bubblegum as someone he can kiss. Thankfully, learning about autism helped me understand the physical and psychological toll of constantly abiding by social norms, even when I don't understand them or agree with them, which created a lot of freedom in my life. Now I can just go to the movies by myself on couples night if I want to. And I'm not necessarily suggesting that Finn is autistic, but I'm also not suggesting he isn't. That's not really mine to decide, and it doesn't particularly matter to me either way. But I think that most of us, autistic or not, can find a greater sense of peace and comfort when we assess social norms for what they are, and the extent to which they feel true, relevant, and desirable in our lives, instead of just accepting them because it's like the rules. And I think that Finn would have been better off following along with this piece of advice from Devin Price, which I resonate with a lot. Far too often, neurodivergent people exclude ourselves from social settings because the pain of conforming to neurotypical standards is so profound. This just leaves us more isolated. Showing up as your real self and honoring your real feelings is the remedy. And if you find yourself in a place where you don't feel like you have or know how to make friends that like you for who you are, rather than for how much you adhere to social norms, then you might enjoy Devin's article. For many of us, unlearning systems of ableism and holding social norms more loosely is a process of realizing that our fear was based on ignorance. That these scripts which dictate what is normal aren't necessarily things we can do away with altogether, but are definitely things we can examine for ourselves. As I've reflected on in an earlier episode, sadly, I don't think it's as simple as the advice, just be yourself. Because I also don't think there is really some version of yourself that is truest and deepest and unaffected by the people, environment, and world around you. But I do think that learning to care about ourselves and listening to the voices inside that point us towards what feels good and what we actually want are really important and worthwhile things. I think that empowering ourselves to like what we like and to care about what we care about are ways to filter out the well-intended bad advice of the people who care about us. Because what we really want is maybe to just bust through the silver screen and run with wolves with our friends. So, would you do me the honor of getting the plop out of here? Any position you're in is fine. And if you want to be in a different position, be in a different position. Sit or stand or lie down, pace around. Eyes can be open or closed. Like what you like. Do what feels good. If you don't know what feels good, that's okay. Just do something. Let your body be what your body will be. If deep breaths feel good, then take some of those. You can let them out on a sigh or a moan. You can shake your body or tap your body or hold your body. Just giving yourself the space to arrive in whatever way feels organic, natural, unforced, or super forced and really committed and very routine, or super confusing and who the hell knows. You're showing up to this meditation and there's no way to not be here. However you are is still here. If it feels good to you, it feels good to me right now to slow things down a bit. Letting any movement start to settle. Giving yourself permission to rest as much as you can, as much as you will. And committing your attention to something simple in this moment. Something that feels good, or at least okay. As always, the thing you choose to allow your attention to rest on does not matter as much as the energy you bring, the quality of your attention, which is a balance of committed, present, aware. You're really with the thing, but also relaxed and easy, letting it come to you. Letting this part of your experience find you where you are. And letting it be what it is. This balance is in fact quite the feat. Usually tilting too far in one way or another. Too keyed up, racing mind, or too distracted. Not enough presence. Either or both of these are okay. When you notice your attention has wandered, you gently shepherd it back. With absolute ease and kindness for yourself, as much as you can find. And if this feels good, then stay here. Just simply letting your attention be with this one point, this one space of focus. If you want something a little different, I invite you to move your attention or let it expand, whatever sense of change feels right. Maybe it's a movement, maybe it's a growth, maybe it's a vibration. Whatever the change is, it's changing in the direction of care. This might be a sense of warmth or gratitude or ease. You might imagine a quality of a smiling parent or holding a baby or a puppy. Maybe it's the feeling of the sun on your skin, on your closed eyes or open eyes. Maybe it's just a gentle sense of contentment for this time you've taken out to be with yourself. Care can feel many different ways, and that's okay. How does care feel to you right now? Maybe you feel this really strongly and vibrantly. It feels really delicious to linger in this sense of care. Maybe it's really subtle, kind of quiet. Doesn't make as much sense or feel quite like it's clicking. That's okay too. Can you have care, gentleness, acceptance for whatever experience of care is or is not coming up? If it feels good, maybe there's a gentle smile, just the corner of your lips, or a sense of bubbliness in your chest, around the heart. Some part of you that feels alive with care. And from this space, I invite some curiosity about where care intersects with self-acceptance. What does it mean to care about what you care about and to let that be enough? How does it feel to like what you like? Can you trust that? There are many pressures that are placed on us externally from large systems that we can't see or control, all the way down to our closest friends who want things for us, who ask things for us, who try to help us get what we want. That's all fine and well and good, and we have strategies for navigating those things. But for now, can you just into what you want, what a sense of care feels like on your own terms. Sense of trust, of self-belonging. As always, this could be really easy, really vibrant, or really challenging and unclear. Either of those are okay. Just for a moment longer, inviting you to be as curious and open as you can be with this question of what care feels like to you. What it feels like to care about what you care about. And to let that be enough. All right, great work. Whether you're really deep in it or didn't feel anything at all, I encourage you to move out of the space slowly, staying in touch with anything that felt good that you can carry with you. As I've said before, this can be really challenging, but I truly believe that the experience of empowerment is one that meditation can put us in touch with. I think that knowing what you want in a world that is populated, overflowing with messages to tell you what you want, what you should care about, even from people who are very close to us and have very good intentions, it can be really hard to hear. It can be really hard to know what we want, what we care about. But I believe that this voice, however loud or quiet it is truly worth listening to. A sense of agency and autonomy and belonging in the world are some of the things that I'm most interested in cultivating in my own practice and in the space that I hold for you. Because while I hope to be as wonderful of a teacher as I can be, ultimately there's no better teacher than your own self, your own experience of the world, your own inner voice. Everything we're doing here is really about learning how to tap into that more clearly and find the places where that overlaps with the vibrant world around you. So thank you, as always, for being with me, for showing up for yourself in this way. Till next time, adventurer.